Hi guys, and welcome back to another indie game review by the Swedish Wargoat in exile in Norway. This is Runestone Keeper, a small roguelike indie game developed by Chinese Blackfire Games, released on Steam 23rd of March 2015 with a price tag of $10. I'm a big fan of weird small indie games, and Runestone Keeper is such a game. It has a novel concept mixing dungeon crawling with gameplay loosely inspired by classic Minesweeper. The levels are set out as a grid that can be explored in any order from the invisible character's starting point, uncovering one tile at a time by clicking on it. Upon revealing a tile, one of many things can occur, all of them either good or shady for the player. And yeah, you guessed it, this quickly becomes one grindfest deluxe in clicking and is for some odd reason strangely addictive. For the first few runs, you'll more or less immediately get slaughtered trying to figure out the game mechanics, and you'll experience it as the game is highly random and unfair. Which it is, but after a short while you'll get the grip of things and advance further and further down the dungeon levels. The enemies in Runestone Keeper all have different abilities and buffs, so being observant on what kind of attacks each monster has is a good idea in your attempts to avoid death. Gold is permanent, and with the gold you can buy equipment and different stat boosts either during the sessions or use them to upgrade your characters permanently between sessions. Sadly enough, you'll have to invest a lot of time grinding for gold to get better stats, which I find quite annoying because you die a lot. The dungeon runs will last anything from a few minutes, depending on your initial luck, up to something like 30 minutes, and when dying it always feels highly random due to the game's luck factor. This makes the game fall short, because it all could have been amusing, but a game like this has to be skill based. When there is no skill involved, like here, it all just ends up as a time investment and a grind fest and becomes boring rather quickly. The graphics are okay and the music is boring as hell on the game's first two difficulty setting, but gets a bit more engaging on the third and up. All in all, I have to say that this game is only for the indie lover searching for a unique experience, and it is not worth full price. If curious, I'd recommend you to wait for price drop. Score 4 out of 10. This game is just too random to be fun.